You are listening to Fantha Tracks.
Because of the following special program, Wonder Woman and the Incredible Hulk will not be presented this evening.
I got Fantha.
It's time to get all your Star Wars news in a single file.
That doesn't sound too hard.
Boom! This is Making Tracks.
This is the way.
Here are your hosts, Mark Newbold and Mark Mulcaster.
I know these people. They are brutal. Does this look Jedi to you?
That's not how the Force works.
They'll never see it coming.
Count me in.
Well, if you haven't guessed it, we are at Echo Live in Redditch, which is probably the biggest and busiest vintage Star Wars trade show in the whole of the UK.
Yeah.
I'm here, as always, with Mr. Mark Newbold, who is literally tethered to me by a, 1.5 metre length bit of a microphone cable. So we're walking very close together in single file to hide our numbers. So welcome to this very special live edition of Fantha Tracks. How you doing?
We've been photobombed on a podcast. That's a first.
Yeah. Let's. So how you doing, Mark?
I'm very well, mate. I'm very well. I got here a little bit late.
Yeah.
Hello, mate. How you doing? You all right? Got here a little bit late, and because I went to the mill last night, which was brilliant. But then I thought this morning, if I just get up, go out at 7 o'clock, and I'm going straight to a gig after this in Bedford, towards your neck of the woods, really.
Yeah.
And then coming back at about 2 o'clock in the morning, I thought if I do that, I will not be the most popular person in the world. Ooh, very nice.
Do you like that?
I like that. That's nice.
So we're actually at the Sci-Fi Nyla stall, which is they 3D print for some of the best stuff ever, and they've got like a full size 7 foot plus K2SO.
That is gorgeous
to buy. A little bit like hot for my taking in terms of money, because bear in mind I've just spent £5 on some Ewok napkins. So they very kindly allowed me to kind of sell some of excess stuff here.
Yes.
So I've actually got this. This is a gallery edition Star Wars Dark Times.
That's gorgeous. George Lucas's favourite comic book.
Was it really?
Yeah, he bought all the artwork, the original artwork. He loved it so much.
Yeah, so this is Randy Stadley, Doug Wheatley Dark Horse edition, which I think Mr. Newbold's now going to buy it. So
yes,
cool. We'll walk away first, and let's see what else is on display.
I think we've timed it just right, because it's just eased off a little bit, hasn't it?
It has. I mean, so we've been here since before opening, and it's been just ridiculous. It's been rammed. I mean, you literally cannot move for Fantha Trackers in this place.
Oh,
and look,
hello, Rich,
here's one.
What you found?
Going through somebody's dirty laundry by the looks of things. Yeah.
Nice big sizes there.
Excellent. So
that's what you want.
So of course you're looking for mediums. And by mediums I mean psychics. I mean obviously, you know.
No, nothing in there.
Nothing.
No.
You picked anything up today?
A Hasbro catalogue from 1997.
Oh, nice.
A shelf talker for Ken.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
Not much really, but no, that's
something.
That's it.
Worth the trip.
Alba Force, or is that vintage?
It's a gold one.
Okay.
So what's that?
Yeah, I'm not too sure either.
No. Yeah, okay.
But it'll look nice on the shelves.
I haven't seen that before, so I had it.
Yeah.
But that's
I have to investigate now where it's from.
Well, there you go. Exactly. You do a bit of research, and you never know. Could be quids in.
That's where the fun is.
Exactly. So, yeah. Right. We're going to
wander on. We'll see you in a bit.
I'll see you in a bit.
If not before Japan. Yeah.
So as we wander around.
How you doing? You all right?
Good.
Keeping well?
Yeah, very well.
Good. Looking forward to June the 7th? Fantastic. We'll see you there.
Who was that?
So that was Barry Gingell.
Yeah.
So Barry was the lead graphic designer on Andor seasons 1 and 2. He's doing a presentation, a talk, a signing at Andor. Which is a new event that's taking place down at Forneybush Town Hall on the 7th of June, Saturday the 7th.
Well, that's fantastic.
Loads of cool guests being announced. First two are out there.
Yeah.
And, Barry and Rob King, who was one of the set designers as well, so he's involved as well. So, yeah, it's going to be a bit special. Looking forward to that very much.
So this is my first time here.
Yes. Is it? I didn't realise that.
Yeah, this is my first time here.
Okay, welcome to Redditch.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I mean, as has been said a few times today, Echo Live tends to always fall on a weekend when I'm doing another kind of like troupe. So
when are you supposed to be at MegaCon?
MegaCon's happening this weekend, so I've kind of ditched everybody at MegaCon to come here and spend lots of money on vintage dolls, which I have done. Yeah. You know, so which is fine because this month, end of the year, it's bonus month for Sky employees.
I thought it was bonus month. From what you said last week with that AK-47 you bought, I mean, screen use, not actual.
Yeah. Stunt drop from James Bond. Yeah, exactly.
That's the one. So I thought you'd had a decent month.
It's been a good year for me anyway. So
good.
You know, but I have had to work hard for it. So you know, which has kind of kept me in the good graces with Mrs. Mulcaster, as it were. So
yes.
So like when you come here, what kind of things are you normally looking out for? Because obviously you've got such a big collection, which kind of covers such a diverse kind of range of stuff. Where do you kind of gravitate to? What kind of stuff?
You could ask that of any show that I go to. It's 9 times out of 10, it's things that catch my eye. It's random, weird, little quirky things. We're just by the guests at the moment, just to say. So there's a great guest list here today. But just weird little odd things. I mean, you're not for sale at the moment, Mark, but I'd buy you if you were available.
Yes, you can't afford me, mate.
Yeah, I know. Nothing specific. It's never anything specific. Generally, I'm just mooching.
Yeah.
Because this is a vintage show, as you say, and there's a bit of modern, which isn't as eye-catching as, you know, some of the older stuff. We're at a table right now looking at vintage UK Star Wars weeklies, Jedi weeklies, Star Wars monthlies, which was really when
Droids
I
VHS.
piled in. Yeah, the Droids VHSs, the Dairy Lee stuff. So there's some beautiful stuff here. There really is. And this is just one table out of, I wouldn't even like to guess how many tables
I don't know.
we did today.
I was speaking to my good friend Phil Parker, who helped set up yesterday, and
I don't want to interrupt you, Mark, but Jonathan Hipkiss,
here he is.
Fantha Tracks star, has just walked past me. John, how's the show going for you so far?
10 out of 10.
Excellent.
Wait, you can't move, but it's amazing.
Oh, isn't it? It's a maze. It's definitely a maze.
Yeah.
Biggest show I've ever seen. So brilliant. I love it.
Yeah.
Bargain. There's a few bargains. You gotta get into the bins. But
exactly.
No, it's brilliant. There's more people here than I've ever seen before. It's amazing.
What have you bought?
I have bought.
Go on then. Try and explain it.
Okay, so it's an 80s telly, and someone has knocked out. Someone's took out the screen and they put the Death Star, the opening, the blockade runner, with the whole Star Destroyer and Alderaan in, and they've made it
That's
themselves.
so cool.
And you plug it in, apparently it lights up.
Really?
Yeah.
Which you'll find out later.
Well,
have you got any 1980s fuses for the plug?
I can ask the folks.
Okay.
I wasn't around then, but we'll have a look.
Damn you for saying that.
Yeah.
It's the great stuff. I got some Taiwan bootlegs.
Nice. Well, that's what you want from a vintage collector's fair, isn't it?
That's why we come to Echo, is to buy all the Taiwanese bootlegs.
Yeah. A couple of Medicom, lovely different bits and bits. Some of it I've left. I can't remember.
You've not left it with Paul Naylor, have you?
I've left him Paul Naylor.
Well,
me too.
Yeah, he's probably going to put it on his table to sell it now, isn't he?
He's charging us to keep hold of
I got a 12-inch Ben as well.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
Cool.
Complete. The Sabre. I mean, the Sabre goes for like ridiculous money.
That's great, Nick. That is brilliant. Great find.
And I mean, we're not going to be able to do this.
Will this work on a podcast?
Whatever this is.
Wow.
So this is like. I'm almost scared to say what I think it might be on a family-friendly podcast.
Star Wars
but the top end of it lights up.
Apparently. Maybe I'm thinking like a fun fair thing from Mexico.
Yes.
Fun fair for
I
somebody.
was going to say, let's have a look at it.
But for
what do you think?
I even knocked him down to a 5.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Should we open it? Should we have a look what it is?
I don't know. I was going to think maybe M&M's going there or something?
No, it's
kaleidoscope?
I say it's one of those light-up kaleidoscopes because there's a battery port down there. You put a couple of batteries in it.
Yeah.
And it will just kind of like, it'll be like a little flashy disco lighty type thing.
There you go.
So it's like
you can have a disco in your Star Wars collection.
Somebody scalped Darth Vader and taken the top half of his helmet, so to speak, and replaced it with a little kaleidoscope thingy. So, I mean, why not?
Yeah.
Where did you go out? And do they have more? More importantly.
this guy opposite here, which doesn't help the viewers at home.
No, but it helps us to see if we can see if got any more, so we might have to buy some.
Lovely to bump into.
And you. I'm sure we'll see you again as we're walking around.
See you again, trying to find everybody else.
Do it. They're here. Just look for the Fantha Track shirts.
We'll have a look.
There's at least 3 of us wearing the shirts
Exactly,
today, representing.
I was up. You have to forgive me. I forgot mine.
Shocking.
No, not good enough. Not good enough.
Hello, I'm Ahmed Best, and you're listening to Fantha Tracks.
We're going to wander on. We're going to say hello to Nick. Hello, how are you?
I'm all right, thank you. Very well, yeah.
How's life?
Good, yeah, very good. Yes, very busy.
What's new?
Wow.
What can you say?
I've been doing a Marvel film, which has been good fun.
Excellent.
I've been doing a local series in Bridge North.
Yeah.
Richard Cole, I can tell you about this one.
Yes.
Richard Cole's written some books called Murder Before Evening Song.
Okay.
So I'm one of the villagers, been villagering in that for the last few weeks. I've done something with... Oh, I can't really say. No, better not. No. But I've been busy.
And what's imminently coming out that you're involved in?
Maybe. Yes.
Good.
Andor 2.
That's the one.
That's the one. Yes.
So, you can't say anything about it. Of course you can't say anything.
No.
But are you excited?
Very, very excited, yeah. I mean, I've got no idea what the story is going to be about because, as you know, we're just thrown into the scenes. But, I mean, the premises I know what it's about.
Yeah.
But, so I am looking forward to it. Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah. But I'm here as a fan today. And just
best way to be.
Yes, it's great fun.
We were here when we were walking around earlier. We saw Lee Towersey, who's the operator of R2D2, and Tim Berry, who works on a lot of that stuff as well. So you get folks from the productions like yourself and nerds like us just wandering around, and we're all in it together. That's a beautiful thing, isn't it?
It's 20 minutes down the road, so it's quite easy to come down. But yeah. How are you? You good?
Good, yeah. Busy.
Yeah.
Prepping for all sorts of stuff coming up in the summer and trying to get organised.
Good.
I'm sure Mark's the same.
Yeah, always,
Yeah. So happy days.
Yes, great. No, lovely to see you.
And you.
Yeah.
We'll let you carry on.
Yes.
You've got to lighten or load on that wallet, haven't you?
Some money, yeah.
That's it.
Absolutely.
Cheers, Nick.
Cool.
Oh my goodness, this is just this is like celebrity spot. We're here with Vince. Vince, how are you, sir?
Very good, thanks.
Haven't seen you for ages.
No, nice to see you.
It's nice to see you, and I love the. Is that a gilet or a body warmer?
Gilet.
See, I'm an 80s kid. It's a body warmer today. What's new? How are you? Keeping busy?
Good. Yeah, I'm keeping Matt Booker company at the moment.
Good.
We've got a bit of a table selling.
Yeah.
But I've collected more than I've sold.
Yeah,
so
that's always the way,
isn't it?
Yeah, very much.
Have you sold that Chewbacca head yet?
No, but I'm hoping to. There's been a few takers, we'll see.
Yeah.
I really don't want to take it home, but...
No.
Well, if you don't, we can lighten your load.
Very good.
And life treating you well?
Yeah, it's been good.
Good.
Yes, very good.
Excellent.
Yeah, enjoying the show.
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it? The size of this place, they've packed it. I'm sure they could fill upstairs if they wanted to.
Well, yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's lovely. It's a nice venue.
It is. It really is.
I can't help but keep wandering around.
I know. Missing all the corners that you missed on the first lap.
Exactly. I keep going back, but Matt's not sold anymore.
No, I keep going back, but every time I go back, he's still there. That's the trouble. Brilliant. We'll let you carry on, and we'll come over and see you in a bit.
Yeah. Good to see you, Vince.
Cheers, Vincent. So just to say, that was Vince Abbott. So Vince works on a lot of the mechanical stuff. He helped build Rey's speeder in Force Awakens, Solo's speeder in Solo: A Star Wars Story,
and he's just come off working on Mickey 17, hasn't he?
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
He's got a lot of stuff.
And he's a lovely fella as well.
He's a top bloke.
Top bloke.
Yeah.
So, more Star Wars stuff. This is a feast for the eyes, this place, isn't it?
Yeah. You kind of you're wandering around, and it is. It's talk about blending the eras, because you're on some tables you've got vintage and you've got literally vintage Power of the Force and Power of Force 2 all the way through to Black Series and the vintage collection. So it's great, So
just diving down another little corner here. So there's all sorts. I mean, look at this.
Yeah.
Loads of. My editor won't be thrilled, but there's loads of issues of Star Wars inside of there piled up. Oh, that's nice. Star Wars paint by numbers.
As a cap says, Sith happened.
It surely does.
It surely does.
Never a truer word.
No, indeed.
So is there anything else that's sort of grabbing you, sort of trying to catch your eye?
Oh, well,
that's a classic.
So I picked up a vintage boxed battle damaged TIE Fighter, Return of Jedi.
Yes.
Got back today. And I also picked up a mint sealed box Ewok catapult, because I was doing a check the other day.
Yeah.
And I was like, something that I thought I had, and I was like, where is it? So either somebody's come in and nicked it or sold it, which is not likely. But so I just bought it today. So look, I'm at Ecolife. Let's just buy it. Let's just. So the only other thing I'm looking for would be a really nice B-wing, but
okay, vintage.
Vintage. I'm basically kind of like just gone. I'm going to just buy vintage. And pretty much that's it from now on. You know. But because of that, I want my boxes to be pretty decent, so they display properly.
That's fair enough. But I bought my best mate's collection from him about 15 years ago.
Yeah.
So all of the stuff that we played with as kids, we were quite cute. In fact, what you're holding there, I bought one of those off him back in the day. Han Solo Blaster.
Han Solo Blaster, yeah. This is from
price as well.
1978, 40 quid.
Good price.
It's missing the back for the batteries.
You could 3D print that.
You could 3D print that, or in fact, you could probably find another one actually.
But so all the stuff I've got now is much loved, I would say is the word.
That's cool.
But he kept all his boxes and so did I, so I got lucky there.
Yeah.
But
I've got all of my play sets, barring Land of the Jawas.
Yeah.
And I think that's it. Have all got boxes, but it's like some of them are now kind of like they are a bit dog-eared. So,
just seen a little Jeff Love cassette there. I'm quite interested in. That's quite cute. I might have a little look at that.
Okay.
Very nice. Right.
Do you want to speak to a young lady?
I have the poster. It's very nice. And seeing as we're at this table, I'm going to say to you now, Mark.
Yeah.
There is a giveaway magazine of It Came From the Loft.
Yes.
And a sticker. Oh, well, look at this. This free stuff. And all I'm doing is smiling. Wow, thank you. And it's got my short story in it.
Has it really?
Yep. Which I'm chuffed to bits about. Which is ironic because you know the new game they announced this week, the VR game?
Yes.
About the pod racer down and his look, the four-armed pod racer down and his look. That's what my short story's about.
Is it really?
And I wrote it 20 years ago.
Oh, no way.
And it's in there. So how weird is that?
So really, I need to buy a copy of that and then get you to sign it.
Well, I don't know about that. But I'll do it if you want me to.
Well, might as well.
Wow, this is...
Look. So we've got... Look at that.
Describe what you're looking at.
So we've got... So there's a nice little folder here full of all various bits of kind of like inserts and that and stickers. So there's a nice sheet of stickers from Battle of Endor and Ewoks, like... Perk up stickers, they're called. They feel quite perky, actually, some of these stickers.
They are lovely, aren't they?
Yeah. I do love this fiddly-faddly stuff that you like to call it.
Fiddly-farty stuff. There you go.
Fiddly-farty stuff, yeah.
Hey man, it's me, Kevin Smith, Star Wars fan, Fantha Tracks fan.
There you go. You need to grab a copy.
Oh, I need to grab a copy.
You do.
How much are these? Oh, thank you very much.
There
cool.
You go.
Brilliant.
See? The best word in Star Wars fandom.
Exactly.
Free.
Yeah. What else have we got down here? What else have we got
Have a look down here. Some great stuff down here. Hello, Jason. How are you?
I'm doing all right, thanks. How are you?
Very well, very well. How's the show going so far?
Oh, it's been fantastic. I've picked up lots of loose figures for some new play sets I've got out on display. So, we've been buying lots of loose.
Sounds good to me. Explain to our listeners who you are and what you do, because we know you as Jason, but a lot of people know you as Mr. Palitoy.
Yeah, so I've... if you look online at Google Palitoy cardback guides, I've got the matrix of all the different Palitoy cardback variations. So yeah, I kind of look after that. I'm part of the Vintage Rebellion podcast, which we record about once a month, most times. And I collect lots of Palitoy and various other UK-based collectibles.
And so when you've done the matrix, as you mentioned, of the Palitoy cardbacks, how often, or is it a case where it's done and fixed and that's it? Do you still come across stuff now and again?
I think the last time we got an entry on the matrix was maybe, on the main Palitoy matrix, it's maybe 3 years since we had an update on that. So not very much comes up.
You're pretty much there.
In my own personal cardback collection, I've got one that's been posted while I've been here, and it's the first cardback variation that I've needed in like 3 or 4 years. So
okay.
Wow.
They don't come up very often now. So.
Does that take the pressure off, or you're always hunting for new stuff, I guess?
Yeah, we're always looking for variations we've not seen before. So, you know, there are a few variations out there, and like 30B cardbacks for the first 12 figures where people say, oh, well, such and such a card exists, and we're like, do you have a picture? And they go, well, no, but I've heard of it. And so, so we're always looking out for these new variations. So hopefully some will come up.
If I see one, I'll tell you.
That would be nice, yes.
We'll let you get back to it. Thanks, Jace.
Cool. So that was Mr. Palitoy.
It certainly was.
Yeah.
And we will be back down there in a bit to have a little look because there's some lovely stuff there.
Oh,
what have you seen? What have you seen?
Japanese.
Oh, that's nice. Notepad? That's nice.
Yeah, lovely.
Beautiful. So let's keep walking. Let's find some more nonsense. We'll see you guys in a bit. So, one thing we haven't done whilst we've been walking around is we haven't discussed any recent news. I think we've been remiss as a news podcast not to discuss at least one piece of news.
I was going to say there's got to be some news that we can talk about.
There is one bit of thought thing I would like to throw at you.
Go on, then.
Tony Gilroy.
Yes.
So he's talking about the thought of Star Wars doing different kinds of shows, different kinds of vibes for things. He points out how different Skeleton Crew is to Andor, for example.
Yeah.
And he says, why not do a Star Wars West Wing? I know it's something we've talked about on the show many times. Why not do, that's a hell of a drop, why not do a Star Wars 3-camera comedy? Do you think there's room within the Star Wars brand to do something really out of the box like that?
I mean, yeah, I guess so. I mean, the thing is, we started to get kind of slightly out of the box. I mean, the last out of the box Star Wars thing that we had was Detours, wasn't it? That we never got.
In that sense, yeah. I mean, Acolyte feels like something that they should have given a go to, and I mean, there's news on that as well about the metrics being better than expected.
Yeah.
So possibly somewhere down the line there might be room for a return for that. But that's an existing thing now. That's part of the canon. So, yeah, I think if they did something like a 3-camera, I mean, it depends on how on the nose they want to be, doesn't it? You know, if they're literally going to make it like an episode of Friends, it won't work because it's too inside baseball to be a thing. But if they can make something that's comedic or humorous or set it in the right place, set it in a cantina or a spaceport bar or something.
I think that's it. I think if you do it, you've got to do it in a way whereby it feels like it's just in universe.
Yeah.
And so it's not self-aware that it's Star Wars.
That's, yes.
Yeah?
Yeah. Like Detours knew it was a gimmick. It was
exactly.
a joke.
I think that is the thing. You do it like that, and then that's a little bit more different.
Yeah.
If you make it very much like it's sorry, just distracted by a B-wing.
Oh, I got distracted by the Ewok village, but there you go.
There you go.
Yeah. Never did get one.
No.
Well, the Dagobah set, I'm after that as well. I interrupted you. You were saying?
Yeah. So I think you do it like that and make it not self-aware, and then you can do it. And I think that would be fine. It would be fun. And I don't see why there's actually any reason why you can't do that, because I think, we're rapidly approaching 6 decades.
Yeah. Entering the sixth decade. Yeah.
I was going to say, like the 50th anniversary of Star Wars, and I think it's you should be able to explore some of these things without feeling like you're just going to completely upset the apple cart.
Yes. Absolutely. I think there's definitely room, but I think it depends on how well Star Wars does over the next, I don't know, 2 or 3 years really, because as you say, the 50th is so important.
Yeah.
Getting that stuck, landing on that one and seeing how Japan goes, and
where's that?
Obviously Andor Season 2 is essential as well. So, yeah, I think there's options, isn't there? There's definitely options.
There's definitely options, and I think that's the key, is to do that. So we'll see. We'll see what kind of comes up in the next few things. I mean, for all we know, they could be like planning like a 4 or a 5 film kind of series that we don't know about, and it might all get announced at Celebration.
That's another question, isn't it? We, doing what we do, talk to people who probably have more inside scope than we do because they're hunting for it, whereas we don't.
Yeah.
But as a news site, you come across news and you hear bits and bobs here and there. But wouldn't it be nice if they just announced something that you knew nothing about, that just came completely out of the blue, and all of a sudden we're looking down the barrel of something Star Wars that's completely new that we had no idea was coming?
Oh, that'd be fantastic, wouldn't it? And something that's going to be so kind of like, out there that actually we can't just go, well, it's probably going to be this or it's going to be that, and just be completely devoid of speculation because of the fact there's it is so completely different.
For everything in one location, daily news, reviews, interviews, podcasts, video and social media feeds, bookmark FanthaTracks.com for Star Wars news 24/7, 365.
We're just at the table of Brian Hickey. We did a little 180 there to walk back the way we just come, because I realised he's in the corner. Bob Breakin is with him, who's literally a Palitoy legend. So
yes, he is.
Let's see if we can get a word with those guys. But whilst they're busy at the moment, what do you think would be the optimum thing then? If they said we're halfway through production on an X-Wing Rogue Squadron series, do you think the roof would come off the place?
I think so. Yeah, I think something like that. I think if they do something kind of like, you could almost say like focused on what the fans have been asking, and ticking the box like that. I think that will just that will annihilate Tokyo. That will just if they announce their celebration, that'll be it. That'll be. Everything else will just kind of, I guess, be completely kind of overshadowed by it, which would be fantastic.
That's an incredible thought, though, isn't it? Like you say, if they did something like that, and we'll just pick that thought out of thin air, but if they picked something that was like that, if they said, you get to the end of Japan and the closing ceremony, and Kathleen Kennedy comes out, I don't know if she's going to be there, but let's say she comes out and she says, right, the next celebration will be in, I don't know, New York in May 2027, and everyone goes, woo! And then, before we go, make sure you're at the cinemas on the 25th of May 2028 for Solo 2 or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. Or, Rogue Squadron.
Or Rogue Squadron, something along those lines.
I tell you,
hello, Bob. Hey, no worries.
And I think, do you know what, that would be like the mic drop moment. Rather than kind of doing it at the start of Celebration, at the big kind of like Lucasfilm panel, we just do it at the end.
Mic drop
and go, oh yeah, by the way, this is what's coming up.
Everything goes off, and
then thanks for coming, bye.
Yeah.
And then just everybody will be like, oh.
That's brilliant. That is brilliant. Right. Brian is free, so let's go and have a quick word with Brian. How you doing? Right, Brian. Sorry. No, it's all good. It's all good. And you? I did a loop round. I did a whole loop round and suddenly realised I completely missed this corner when I said I was going to come over. We stood in front of your table. Tell us a little bit about this Kickstarter, because it took off like a rocket. It hit target in no time. Just give our listeners a little sense about what that's all about.
So we've got a book called Total Star Wars Toys, the Palitoy Saga. And it's 100% about Palitoy's involvement in the Star Wars phenomenon. It's kind of a companion piece to Bob Breakin's My Palitoy Story, which looked at all the brands, whereas this book is 100% focused on Star Wars. And it's got photographs from the personal collections of Bob Breakin, his late friend Brian Turner, who's also a Palitoy designer, in there, which have never been seen or published before. It's also got photographs of kind of rare collectibles, which could be retail display pieces, rare toys, things like that. It's all going to be included in here. We're working with collectors in the UK and in Ireland to make sure that it's a very comprehensive visual account of all the Palitoy releases. And it's got about 9 complete interviews with people that include Jim Swearingen, Bob Breakin, the chief designer of Palitoy, Roger Morrison, the production manager at Palitoy, again, other Palitoy staff like John Ohms, Nick Farmer, Dave Barnacle, and even Carol Munro from Munro Dayton PR, who did all the PR for Palitoy back in the day. There's so much great information in here. It's the most complete Palitoy story that's Star Wars focused ever published that we're aware of, and I'm so excited to get this into the hands of our backers, who've been amazing, and we've unlocked almost all of our stretch goals. We still have one to go. Hopefully we'll get there before the campaign ends in the last 24 hours.
It's been fantastic. We spoke to you at Farthest From, of course, during that fantastic weekend, and you did your panel explaining a lot about this. As we sit on the cusp of hitting that final stretch goal, and then really you've ticked every box, and not to say that you haven't ticked all the boxes you want to tick already, just how excited are you for this to be out in the world?
I cannot wait to get it out to people. The book is the text is written, so I've seen the text of the book. It's an incredible story. The visual stuff, all of our licensed material is all lined up. We have all that there. The final image selection still has to be done, and then the design rollout has to happen, and that all has to happen by the end of June.
Wow.
So it's going to be a pretty intense couple of months for me, getting this over the line, and then it goes off to print, and we're hoping we have to have books in hand by October. So we're pretty comfortable with that, deadline, and then it'll get them out to backers straight away, so they'll have their books well in time for Christmas, certainly well before that. And we will have copies then to put up in our online store after we fulfill all the rewards as well. So if you missed out on the Kickstarter campaign, don't worry, we will have books for sale afterwards.
That's wonderful. As you've got such a busy 2 months, we'll leave you, but we will definitely speak to you when it's out in the world. And by the way, love the T-shirt.
Yeah, that's cool.
That needs to be available.
Well, if I can make the T-shirt available, I absolutely will.
Fantastic. We'll leave you to it. Thanks, Brian.
Thank you, guys.
All the best.
Thanks so much.
Thanks, mate.
Enjoy the rest of the show.
We will, and you.
Cheers.
So cool. Such a cool book.
Oh, crazy cool. The book, when he did the presentation at Farthest From, which you can listen to on Fantha Tracks Radio, by the way, was just absolutely fascinating. Really was. And so much history. And it goes back to what you were saying about your focus changing to vintage, and from modern. And it's great to be a modern collector. And there's a lot of people like Richard, our own Richard Mitchell, we spoke to earlier, is very much a modern collector. But then when you sort of whittle it down, it's where your heart lies. And if your heart lies with chasing the new stuff and being into the modern stuff, that's
fine.
great.
Yeah.
But if your heart lies to looking back to childhood days and remembering stuff that you might have missed in a newsagents as a kid or seen in a magazine that you just never got your hands on, and all of a sudden as an adult, you might have a few quid in your pocket, and all of a sudden it's an option.
Exactly. Well, that's just it. And I think that's the thing, isn't it? Like even here, like, there's collectibles that kind of cover, like, all kind of, like, price points.
Yeah.
So,
literally.
Which is good.
Hello, I'm Warwick Davis, and you're listening to Fantha Tracks.
Shall we go and see Mr. Booker?
Yes,
Mr.
let's go
Naylor?
and see Matt.
Yeah.
I love this. I'm not going to edit a word of this. In fact, I'm even going to leave in this bit where I say I'm not going to edit a word of this. So, so we're just walking past even more amazing stalls, and we're going to try and find Matt.
Listeners, prepare yourself.
If he's there, he might have sneaked off for a sneaky celery stick or something.
Or two. No, there he is.
There he is. I can see him.
We can see him. Look,
he's staring at me.
Yeah,
he's staring at me.
Yeah.
He also looks slightly worried. Don't tell him I said that.
No.
Here he is. Okay, let's here we go. My Start Your Engines co-host, Paul Naylor. Paul, how's the show going for you so far?
Excellent. Benidorm, here we come.
Tabby dozy. You're not talking about the Benidorm of the North, are you? You're not going to Blackpool for a weekend?
No, Tatooine, mate.
Very good, very good. Have you sold much?
Yeah, I've done very well. Yeah, it's been an unusual crowd this time because, like the stall holder next to me pointed out, he says people are finding it weird that there's something going on in this unit, and so you're getting not only the normal Star Wars traffic that you would expect, you're getting casual buyers as well. So it's been quite good, and it's been mostly to the fan base, but there's been the odd purchase, little kids coming around with the mum and dads.
Yeah.
So it's been different than normal. The only thing that I think that hasn't been quite as normal is the fact that normally you could see the route to go to each vendor, and
it's a bit all over the place, isn't it?
You don't know. There's a chance that you might have missed something here, which in a way is probably a nice thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sort of.
Well,
the thing you're looking for is what you miss.
Yeah, but it means that I've done it this morning. I've been round so many times, and then I was like, actually, I've not been through the middle yet. And you're like, oh, hang on a sec, and that's where I picked up my boxed Ewok catapult. Exactly. So I was like, oh, sweet,
And it had probably been open a couple of hours by the time you came across that, so there was a chance you could have missed that.
Yeah.
So,
because I spoke to one vendor, and he had one, and I was like, it doesn't have instructions, but the price was pretty decent, so I was like, I'll come back, I'll do a circuit and I'll come back. And then I literally came and did the circuit and it'd gone.
Yeah.
So I was like, damn it, I missed it.
Well, I've had a few sort of old bits broken down from
that's a genius move. Yeah.
You can learn a lot from scrap dealers. You really can.
Absolutely.
Yes.
If you've got an old battered Falcon or an old Vanessa, strip it down.
Yeah. Well, this is it. If you've got like the guns or like especially the chin guns and stuff like that on an ASAT.
I had one chin gun, so my ASAT was automatically down the pan in terms of value.
Yeah.
I sold one chin gun for some stupid money.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it?
The bulk, all sorts of weird whack things that you wouldn't think would be worth anything. They're worth something.
Yeah. Just remember to hold the microphone in front of your face when I'm recording a podcast.
That's okay.
I'm such a pro.
But seriously though, I mean, if there's folks out there that are thinking, I've already bought a better version of this ship, break it down into bits, because you'll make yourself a fair bit of wonga back on what your upgrades cost you, so it's a good idea. Yeah.
Exactly. Cool.
So we're going to see if Matt's free, so we're going to have a word with Matt. Hello, Matt.
Oh.
Here he is. It's all right. Come away from me, Jesse. Won't sell anything whilst he's talking to me. I scare people off. How's it going?
Very good, very good.
Enjoying the day?
Yes. Yeah, good day. Sold some shiny cardboard, some Pokemon cards because it's a Star Wars convention.
Yeah.
Nice.
And sold lots of Star Wars things. Loads of Black Series going. Mad how we were at the launch of that, 12 years ago?
Because yes, that's true.
I know.
I came to the last Echo with a box full of Black Series and sold barely anything. I've come to this one and loads have been selling.
Ask you at scalper prices, new bulb. Mine are on good prices, you see.
Whatever.
Yeah,
you gave me the prices.
I know.
So what's new with you? Are you ready for Japan yet?
Am I ready? Are you ready?
Not even close.
No, nor am I. Brian's ready, isn't he?
Brian's ready.
Yeah.
Brian's a man with a plan.
Right, yeah. Brian's a man with our plan.
Yeah, and your money.
Yeah. No, I'm thankful to Brian. If you see Brian at Celebration, say well done for looking after Mark and Matt because we're useless without him.
As Americans say, when people have hit a lot eye difficulty, they have a seeing eye dog, and we've got a seeing eye Bri.
That's it.
Who gets us around?
Yeah, he does. He don't half get us around, doesn't he?
He does get us around.
Yeah.
If we get lost in Hiroshima, it's his fault.
We'll be fine.
We'll be fine.
We'll be fine. Are you joining us for Cheeky Nando's afterwards, or are you heading off?
I'm heading off. I'm going directly from here to Bedford to an album launch for a band that I've been into for like 35 years. So
Really?
it's a bit of a mad one for me today. I would love to come for a Cheeky Nando's. I really would.
I know you would. You joining us?
I think I'm going for a cheeky Indian.
Cheeky Indian? We might go for Cheeky Indian.
With the Echo guys, yeah. I think. Yeah, I will do.
Yeah.
I feel really left out now.
Good. You're going to some boy band or something?
Boy band?
Is it Boyzone you've seen?
Wolfsbane would be thrilled to be described as a boy band. I'll tell him that
An
later.
old age boy band then.
An old age boy band.
That's better.
Boy band. Yeah.
Geriatric, yeah.
Something like that.
Like us, mentally still boys though.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, no, it's been an absolute amazing turnout here.
Yeah.
Different venue because the one downstairs they're now redeveloping.
That's right.
So yeah, absolute credit to the Echo guys. They put on the best convention for all kinds of Star Wars stuff by fans, for fans.
Absolutely. And the meal last night was great fun, wasn't it?
Was it?
It was.
We had a
top
Nando's
notch.
last night, so we had time.
Played. Well played.
Well, then you've got to come for an Indian because you already had an Nando's.
Fair enough. We'll join you for an Indian.
But you
Then.
need to do the meal next time because the meal was really was good.
No, we've got to set our tables up and sell stuff. Yeah. I've got to sell things to be able to afford to go to Japan, you see.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Well, next year there won't be a Japan,
No, I know.
so
There'll be something else.
yeah.
Yeah.
All good fun. Right, we'll let you carry on.
Yeah.
If I don't see you before, I'll see you in Japan. Or hopefully at the airport.
Yes.
Yes. We'll figure it out. Brian tells us what to do. Don't ask me questions.
Brian's the puppet master.
He certainly is.
Brilliant.
Master of Muppets. Yeah.
Master of puppets.
Right, let's have a last little mooch because I think we have soaked up the
basically
atmosphere
done.
of Echo very well. Let's go
Yeah.
down this corridor. We've not been down this one.
We've not been down here yet.
We
so,
haven't. Let's see how many people we can bump into.
Yeah.
Figuratively, not literally.
Yeah. My book's still there. You can still buy that if you want.
Good.
Yeah. It's interesting, isn't it?
It really is. It really is. You can walk around here and just, with your jaw wide open, catching flies.
Look at that.
So much cool stuff.
I mean,
displays that you see that you don't see in other places.
This is it,
Lots
isn't
of
it?
custom stuff, which I kind of like because it's so creative.
It's fun. Yeah, I mean, it's fun stuff.
Yeah.
Admittedly, I just spotted one of the figures that I'd sold earlier on to a guy who's basically just put it straight up onto his stall for an extra $5.
It's always the way, isn't it? Always the way.
That's, I suppose that's commercialisation and free market working for itself.
Yes,
so.
it is a free market economy and a transactional world, apparently.
Apparently so. But yeah, I mean, it's all fine, isn't it? It's all
It is.
good.
It
You know,
is.
so, I mean, basically, if I was out worried, I wouldn't have kind of priced it so low to sell. So, so I think we should probably wrap it up.
I think we should.
Now. So, I say no listeners' question. We've just basically had loads of people just bump into us and
we have
stuff. So
I think we've done okay. We've spoke to a few creatives and we've spoke to a few actors and we've spoke to a few fellow fans.
And one Matt Booker.
And Matt Booker, yeah, which is even better.
Exactly. Well, you know.
Well, we'll take what we can get. It's content. Just think of it that way. It's content.
So for now, anyway, thank you very much for joining us at Echo Live. And obviously, if you've got a listener's question or comment or theory, then Mr. Newbold can tell you how you can get in touch.
I can.
Email radio@fanthatracks.com. Head to links.fanthatracks.com for links to our social media feeds, Fantha Tracks TV and Fantha Tracks Radio. Thanks to James Semple for the Fantha Tracks intro, Blues Harvest from our Making Tracks opening music, and Mark Daniel and Vanessa Marshall for our voiceovers. New episodes drop Tuesdays and Fridays at 7 o'clock UK time. Our weekly news show Good Morning Tatooine goes live Sundays at 9 o'clock UK time on Facebook and YouTube. And remember, Fantha Tracks is absolutely free, so it costs nothing to stay updated on all the latest Star Wars news.
Until next time, everybody, stay safe, take care, and may the Force be with you.
Coming up next on Fantha Tracks Radio, it's Cannon Fodder.